see, that's part of the problem is the upper management considers them customers. But they're not.
They're not patients.
They're not patients.
Shake my hand, Brock.
They're not patients to them. They're customers because that's
they're revenue.
It's a business.
They're a revenue source. It's a business. It's a business. Healthcare is a business. That's a revenue source.
But they don't treat the people like patients.
We try.
No. The people down in the trenches do. No, it's the people up top that
And
don't.
here's more. Okay, the private insurers who are doing the healthcare segment of the insurance industry, they also are doing all other kinds of insurance, including all the Ponzi schemes that just crashed last year.
Right, in terms of the investment.
So that's our healthcare money, which is going into that, and we're still going to let them, business as usual.
So here's my two ideas, right? One is that a lot of us believe that in this new healthcare market there should be a nonprofit sort of government-sponsored option that doesn't, have profit motives or shareholder return pressures, and so that would cause pressure on the private insurers to basically be able to bring down the money that they're spending on all that stuff in order to compete with a sort of non-profit healthcare option that doesn't spend all that extra money on big CEO salaries and advertising and marketing. I don't know if you heard before, but talking about, we're talking about federally regulating health insurance to make sure that you can't, no pre-existing condition exclusion. You actually, insurance is insurance, that the cost is spread amongst everybody instead of high-cost businesses and individuals basically paying for their own care and huge premiums. One of the things we're looking at is taking away the tax deductibility of advertising expenses we're talking about doing it for drug companies now, basically saying, listen, this has gotten ridiculous, right? The amount of drug advertising that's on TV. It's crazy. It's not helping us. Like, I mean, the doctors and nurses know what to prescribe. Get rid of drug advertising altogether. But one of the sort of compromise we're talking about now is at least taking away from these drug companies the ability to write off as a business expense the cost of that advertising. So basically say, if you want to do it, listen, then you got to pay the full cost of it. So
Representative, I have a question.
Well, it's a business expense, right? So they can
Business expense.
So I think what they're saying, right, I'm guessing, right, and that's what they're saying is that EPA can't, go above that this is going to be
eliminate them, bring down the carbon footprint.
As
a lot of hot air coming out of there.
No matter what happens, they Obama will leave without any power.
What you have to do is you have to find.
I will take a look at it, but I think the argument is, I can understand their argument, which is that this is a big change to begin with, and you don't necessarily need to give EPA the ability to go above and beyond it if the bill requires carbon emissions to be lowered by 20% in 10 years.
According to, a lot of the experts are saying that we need a lot more We need regulations held in Sweden, like in other countries that have successfully been able to transfer their energy needs and energy production into solar and wind. We're so far behind. And I'm angry because I was so excited when we got a Democratic president and power in the Senate and Congress. And it's like, we got all this.
I'm putting together a
I'm like very upset.
We're going to run. We're going to crush these guys, and we're not going to debate.
She has a
You don't think the energy bill? Is
stronger amendments. Yeah.
20% reduction in carbon emissions in 10 years, 80% reduction in carbon emissions in 40 years, a requirement that 25% of all electricity in this country come from renewable energy. I mean, that is a revolution in American energy policy.
It is for America, but I think we can do better than that.
Listen, that's a lot. That's a big. That is a big leap.
As much as I think President, I think eventually we need to look at history. Russians are doing Afghanistan,
When I went over there, I brought with me books, Ghost Wars, and a great book on the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan, and a couple others. So I spent some time trying to become a very amateur historian of the various occupations of Afghanistan. Part of what makes me more skeptical of the past. I will.
never talks about it. No one ever talks.
Well, and what's even more damaging is the fact that the money we do spend, we don't know where it goes, right? The Defense Department
What about F-22?
has never gotten a clean audit from the federal auditors. So we
$2
don't
billion
even know
just for
where.
the four more F-22s.
Well, and if you've seen what's happened with the presidential helicopter, you know, we argued that we should get that contract in Connecticut. They didn't give it to us. And we just
Forget
$6 billion
about it.
down the drain. Never go back. No, I know. I'm just saying that's another example where we wasted a ton of money on a defense project.
Congressmen do not have the connections to the states. Can you foresee anything? I'm 85.
Well, I think
You can see that.
absolutely. I mean, I think as listen, we're talking about taking 130,000 troops out of Iraq. That's going to come
But
with
that
spending
doesn't
reductions.
break down the lot.
Well, it's not going to all go into Afghanistan.
But that's okay. But we're still building atomic perfection. We're still building space, which has a military aspect. We have a militaristic country, and people in Congress usually are against even talking about that.
No, I think listen, it's important to talk about. If you look at what really has exploded this deficit, right? I mean, how did we get to the point where there's a lot of reasons. It's a lot of reasons, but a big part of it is defense spending that we borrowed.
Thanks for listening.
All right, let me.